you only can trace your ancestry back, but so far, everything else would just be speculation. So
Right.
I can't. And technically, we all are related. Like it all has to go back to just one family. So we're all eventually is all cousins or brothers and sisters. Just we just so many lineages and generations down. So just to say we come from one tribe, it would be ludicrous. All of our DNA is going to be somehow linked. We're all human.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think where the disagreement is gonna come in. Okay, I'm trying to find a disagreement.
The disagreement is what we believe is real, and then what we believe is metaphorical. I think that's typically for everybody. A lot of people think Jesus is an allegory. Some people think he was a literal person, but he wasn't the Son of God. So that's typically what it all boils down to: is which story you believe is accurate and true.
Okay, so this is my thing. Somebody would have wrote about Jesus if he did all this great stuff, man. He's raising people from the dead. He's doing all this stuff. There was
You mean like
newspapers.
disciples?
There was newspapers in the time of Jesus. No newspaper is ever been found written about this dude Jesus.
Really? Let me see. I mean, you said you heard about the story of
During the time of Jesus. Josephus is after Jesus was born. I mean, he was born after Jesus.
So is that not the same time period?
Nah, he would have to get secondhand information. So that wouldn't make him there's a historians around the time that Jesus. This is what I'm trying to say. There's historians around the time that Jesus was living. None of them wrote about this guy.
Who were the historians?
You want me to name them? I can't name them, but I got the names though. Is that cool if I got the names?
Nah, yeah, I mean, pull it up. I mean, see, I don't just dismiss something, just because I didn't read it. I can't read everything.
I definitely got them. I got them saved. It's gonna take me just a quick little search, right quick. As long as everything is working good.
Yeah, around that time period.
Now you realize most
Stop.
historians, they're historians because they research what happened prior to themselves. That's what makes them a historian.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I'm going past the historians. I'm going
No, you're
right to
talking
the
about
time of
journalists.
Jesus. Yes,
You're
they're
talking
the
about the
journalists
actual.
who was living in the time, living in that same place that Jesus was living at, and none of these dudes wrote nothing about Jesus.
So none of the writers of the Gospels will be considered that. I mean, because they are during the
Nah,
time of Jesus,
because look, when you're doing research, you got to
right?
get some stuff on a subject. You can't use that subject to establish your research. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing research on the Bible, I can't use the Bible to substantiate my evidence. You know what I'm saying? I got to go
You
outside.
can, you can. Let me give an example. So if I'm research, like when I'm talking to Muslims and they say that Muhammad was the most moral character there is, I don't need to go outside the Quran to prove it. I just go to their resource and say, well, Muhammad's, one of his wives was 6 years old when he married her, and he had sex with her when she was 9. I don't need to go outside the Quran to substantiate my view on him.
Yeah, you would, because a lot of people argue Muhammad never existed. Same as Jesus, same as Mithra, same as all these characters that died. That, you know what I'm saying? These messiahs.
All right, so to use that though, whatever you use, so you would have to come up with what method you're using as a criteria for facts. So if you're gonna
I'm saying that
so
in the
whatever,
time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it's just whatever standard you're using to dismiss those, you have to use it to whatever you're saying is true.
So what I'm
Whatever your
saying,
measures of standards are.
is this person didn't exist. So I really ain't got to prove nothing. I'm saying this
Even
person didn't exist. And I'm saying he didn't exist because nobody during the time period, no historians. Now let me play all the people, all these names.
go ahead.
I don't know, the remix.
I don't hear anything if you're playing something.
Hold on.
Was
You hear it now?
revered by thousands and hated by
Yeah.
thousands more. Someone who was crucified for all our sins, then of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Aulus, Columella, Justus of Tiberias, Livy, Lucaris, Luctus Florus, Petronius, Phaedrus, Philo Judaeus, Phlegon, Plutarch, Pomponius Mela, Rufus Curtius, Tilon, Quintus Curtius, Seneca, Silas Italicus, Theon of Smyrna, Valerius Flaccus, Valerius Maximus. None of them so much as mentioned Jesus, his family, or his followers. Wouldn't you think someone who was immaculately conceived, who performed miracles, was revered by thousands and hated by thousands more, someone who was crucified for all our sins, then resurrected from death, wouldn't he be mentioned at least once outside the Bible?
Is there any non-biblical historical evidence?
So yeah, he just named up all these historians that lived at the time of Jesus, and they didn't write nothing about him. But Josephus, who's born after Jesus,
A couple years. Yep.
no, it was a few years. It's about 10 years.
No, a couple years. No, he was born in, it say 37 AD.
Okay. So 5 years.
No, I give you that. He's the historians they're born after him. That's true.
Okay, so then for him to be a historian, he would have to live like probably about 30 years and then get this information. He didn't get it as a baby.
That would be current events for him growing up. He's hearing about this. So think about his parents would be the ones, his parent generation is the ones that is fresh information. So it'd be like me and you as a kid, our parents telling us, yo, this story happened. And then he grows up growing as as a historian.
Right. But what else was going on at that time though?
So, I mean, it's the it's during the Roman Empire.
Right, the Roman Empire. You don't think Josephus, can we look that up? Was Josephus working for the Roman Empire?
Yeah, pull it up. He definitely wasn't a Christian.
Because I'm saying I think this dude not having a last name is weird off top.
Who?
He seems like a form of Jesus. Josephus. That's funny. That's funny.
There's a lot of people we're not giving their last names. Like,
right. Why not? I got a last name. You got a last name.
that's definitely big for the Romans. The Romans really introduced that stuff as far as the way America is set up is derived from the Roman Empire. So knowing your full name and doing the census and all that stuff, that's the Roman. They came up with that stuff and made it like far as typical.
Okay. I'm gonna let you slide with that because I got something in the back pocket, man. This is it. We just warming up right there.
Just let me know we already get it started and we'll go back.
We started. You want to do the time limit, brother? Or you want to just do it like this?
I mean, it's cool so far. No, if one person is talking over the other person, then we'll switch to the time limit.
Yeah, I don't think we got to worry about that though.
So let's properly introduce the channel.
Okay, yeah. Hey, everybody, Soul Conscious TV. We are here. It is debate night. All right, we got Mr. Info Philly, Christian brother. Am I right?
That's correct.
All right, and he will be debating on the side for historical Jesus, and of course, me, Leo Soul Conscious TV. We're gonna be debating on the side. Well, not we. It's just me. We're gonna be debating them for the side of esoteric Jesus. So yeah, well, we starting off. Man, I might as well finish my video then. Can I finish my video?
Go ahead.
Of any person living with the name Jesus, the Son of Mary, who traveled about with 12 followers, healing people and the like? There are numerous historians who lived in and around the Mediterranean, either during or soon after the assumed life of Jesus.
Of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Now he said there were numerous historians that were even right after the time of Jesus that didn't write about him.
Living during the time of Jesus, brother. The written history goes back to 3700 BCE.
Yeah. So if I was to die now, somebody who write about me 5 years from now, that's accurate. Like that's during my time period. It's
Right, but
within the same.
I'm pretty sure you ain't turning water into wine and raising niggas from the dead, though. That's the difference.
Right. You
That's what,
realize
and
even if
you ain't claiming to be the son of God and resurrected from death.
now you realize most people just thought he was a fraud. So why would there wouldn't be a significant amount of people because you got to understand for anybody who wasn't an eyewitness, it's just hearsay, it's just claims. There were several religions that people came and act like they was a part of God back then, and they died.
All right,
So
he died
the
too.
historians who weren't eyewitnesses, they're not going to be recording secondhand information if they don't believe it. Think about this. What you're asking for is all those historians. These are not eyewitnesses. This happened in a small town.
No, okay, yeah. The historians would be eyewitnesses, but the people who write the news, there was newspapers in the time of Jesus, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That was the Gospels, though. Not just the Gospel. You had all those other letters that was written from the churches. So the other people just didn't believe it.
How you gonna turn the newspaper into the Gospels, though? That was a nice little slick move.
No, what I'm talking about is you had letters that was written from followers that claim to be the eyewitnesses.
Okay,
That's why, like
none of them made it into the newspaper. That's what I'm saying.
right. So if I think about this, if you was back during the time and the guy wrote, you're the messenger sending the, you visited Paul while he was in prison, and your job was to send a letter, and the letter is saying how Jesus Christ is the Son of God, and you know how everybody can be saved, and you saw him, appear miraculously. You have no reason to believe it. You're not eyewitnesses. That he just claiming to be eyewitnesses. So why would you believe it? Paul's in jail, and you just taking his letter. You didn't see any of the miracles. So for you, it's just rumors.
Okay, let's go through it slow, bro, because I'm kind of slow. Paul's in jail. He's writing
Paul's in
letters.
jail
He's writing letters about Christ.
about Jesus, him saying miracles, him actually performing miracles. Like when Paul was in prison, he went to, I think it's the island of Damascus, or one of them. What happened was he went over there, he got bit by a snake, and then people saying that he didn't die. So they already thought that was a miracle. You're talking about a group of maybe less than 100 people out of a city of thousands of people. He was arrested, was in jail for like 2 years. But when he was sending the letters talking about the gifts of the spirits and about Jesus Christ, you're talking about out of just a few eyewitnesses. Most people don't have no reason to believe any of the stories. It's just stories to them.
Okay.
The guy that's writing about these miracles he's sitting in jail. Why would you believe it?
Right. So I'm asking you the same question. Why would you believe it?
It's simple. And this is the point that I made before. The people that said they saw Jesus resurrected after he died, it was clear that he was dead. What do they have to gain by lying, by saying that they saw him rise from the dead? There's no logical reason. Yeah, what's the logical reason that they was being put to death because they was claiming to be an eyewitness? Why would they lie? What do they have to gain?
How did you hear the story of these
What
people?
story?
The story of the eyewitnesses that seen Jesus. How did you hear this story?
Well, it's just passed down. It's written down. It's in the letters of the churches.
Okay, I'm just saying though. How do you know these people? How you know they existed?
I mean, it's like saying, how do I know my great grandpop existed? I mean, I believe his historical evidence is a good amount of it is factual.
Okay, the historical evidence of these people seeing Jesus resurrect.
Yeah, because where's the gain on that? Where's the gain that you would lie about that and lose your life? Where do you gain that if it's false?
I'm saying you're talking about a story. You don't know if this story is real or not. This is what I'm hung up on. You don't know if that story is real.
I mean, so what about the historians? See, you brought up the historians. The historians wrote about these people. Josephus.
Okay, Josephus. He wrote about it after the fact. He was born. He was a baby when this stuff
Exactly.
was happening.
And you think that his parents, his teachers and stuff, which is his parents,
Why didn't they just write it there? That's what I'm trying to get to, bro. Why didn't the parents just write it? Why would Josephus have to be born, hear this story from his parents, and then he write it down and he get credited for it? His father or mother should.
Who said they didn't? Well, Josephus just became popular because that's what he did.
That's what he did was the historian of Jesus.
No, he's a historian in general. I'm just saying he became popular, so his documents are more notable.
Okay. There's
plenty of people, like you look at today, there's plenty of historians. Some just become more popular, like Bart Ehrman. Some are just more popular.
Because I got something on Bob Ehrman too.
Go ahead.
Let's do that right quick. Because I kind of figured Bob Ehrman was his monkey ass was gonna be brought up. So I had something ready for Bob Ehrman too. So hold on, man. Bear with me 1 second. My computer moving slow.
Let me introduce you to one such figure, one favoured by mainstream historians such as Bart Ehrman and others. For them, the real Jesus was a prophet in the style of Earth.
Now, is this the Jesus that you talk about, brother? Because we talk about two different Jesuses. Are you talking about this prophet Jesus? Because there's a lot because like I said, there's a lot of different stories about this Jesus, but ain't none of them connected to the one that's in that Bible. There's this radical rebel Jesus, there's this teacher Jesus, there's this healer Jesus, but the one in the Bible, he's all of them. So this is what I'm saying. We in some murky waters now.
How so?
Because you brought up Bob Ehrman. Let the video finish, and then you give me your spiel on Bob Ehrman. Is that cool?
Go ahead.
Earlier Jewish prophets who had a following for his particular brand of end-time doom and gloom. Because he was unexpectedly executed, his despairing followers reinvented him as a risen Messiah or Christ. All else in the New Testament is embellishment and invention. So here we have a rationalized, acceptable Jesus who doesn't suspend the laws of the universe. But he is only one of hundreds of rationalized Jesuses. You may have a favorite of your own, a radical rabbi, a Jewish nationalist, a healer, a teacher, you name it. They are all.
So yeah, there is this what you talk about? Bob Ehrman is talking about a rational version of Jesus,
but
without all the mystic.
But he doesn't make any sense because it would be different if the eyewitnesses who came up with that story, if they wasn't losing their life for it. It's not like they just made claims and said, "Oh yeah, Jesus, he's still alive." They were being put to death for it. You have to rationalize why. They were being put to death because they said he rose from the dead. They didn't just say he didn't die or Jesus is still around in spirit. They died because they said they saw him rose from the dead. What do they gain if what Bart Ehrman is saying is that they lied and made the story up, right? That's what he's saying.
No, Bob Ehrman is saying there's this version of Jesus, like a rabbi who was but the mysticism of Jesus and this real Jesus, it ain't the same person.
Yeah, but he's saying that they lied, right? That they lied about him being more than just a prophet.
Yeah, in the Bible. Well, they embellished.
Right, that's just lying. They lied and exaggerated the stories and said that he was risen from the dead and he was more than a prophet.
Right.
There's no other prophet in the Jewish history where people lost their life by claiming they saw that prophet do certain things. Jesus is the first one. So I'm saying if they actually lied, why would they lie and lose their life if they're lying about it? Because they won't gain anything. Let me give you an instance. If I said I saw you rise from the dead 3 days after you got shot, you was pronounced dead, and then 3 days later, I saw you walking around and you show me your gunshot wounds, and I say, yo, how are you walking around? This doesn't make any sense. And you said, God healed me. The wounds are still here, but he healed me
Okay.
just so I can preach. I saw that happen, and then and then you went somewhere else. You went overseas or something. But the people who's telling me to stop telling people this story, or they're gonna kill me.
Right.
I don't gain anything. And you told me if I follow and truly believe what you that you rose from the dead, and I tell people that if I die, I'll be resurrected also. Now, if I made that story up, I won't gain anything because what am I lying for? But if it was actually true and you rose from the dead and you said you was given the authority to make me rise from the dead, of course I'm gonna tell people that happened.
Can I ask you a question, brother?
Go ahead.
How many people live in the world? How many people live in the world today?
It's like 7 to 8 billion.
How many of those people can resurrect from the dead?
On their own, or what do you mean?
How many of those people can resurrect from the dead? I mean,
They all could potentially come back from the dead. I don't know any of them that has the ability to do it on their own.
I mean, what do you need to What do you need to resurrect from the dead?
Doctors, miracle stuff to happen. You got people who was pronounced dead and came back
After 3 days.
I don't know anybody who was pronounced dead after 3 days, so no.
Okay, so this is a once in a lifetime event. Can we agree on that?
Of course.
Okay, so you're arguing for a once in a. You're a logical thinking brother, right? You pay your
Right.
bills on time, right? Right.
Yep.
Okay. Logically thinking, you're arguing for a once in a lifetime event, and you're saying a very few. Then you go even further and say very few people seen this happen, and
Right.
so you see where I'm going with this?
No.
The possibility of what you're arguing for to happen is very slight. The probability is on my side because 6 billion people, like you said, live in this world. None of them can die for 3 days and resurrect.
Is there do you think God exists?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a real God. I don't think he's in that book though. That's
right.
The argument.
Now, no. So if
I think
God,
the devil's in that book. After talking to you and King Was, I don't want to.
So look, you think God exists? Do you think it's possible if God wanted to dwell with humans that he can come as a human?
I think I am.
No. Listen to the question.
No, listen to
the
the
creator, whoever the creator is. Do you think the creator can directly come down and dwell with the humans?
All right, I'm gonna change my answer up a little bit. I think we are.
All right, so let's use your logic. Let's say we are the creators. Are we able to create life?
Yes, we do it all the time as babies.
Are we able to control our own life when it starts and then stop?
Yes, you are.
So why is it crazy and far-fetched to you that somebody would be able to stop his life and then make it come back again?
Because I think his story, this is the esoteric part. I think his story is all of our stories. I think we all are sons and daughters of God.
All right, but you saying what he was able to do, the story is possible for any of us.
He said in that book, we can do greater works than he did.
Yeah, but what you're saying is it's possible to do what he did.
Okay, do you just agree with me? He said in that book, we can do greater works than he did.
Yeah, but what I'm asking you is, so is it possible to do what he did as far as the resurrection? In your world,
it's gonna be a metaphor. It's gonna be an esoteric resurrection.
So you don't think anybody can physically resurrect?
It ain't gonna be a physical resurrection. No, this body will perish. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
So if we're creators,
go ahead.
If we're creators, we can't resurrect our own body. Nobody can do that.
Not this physical body, my brother. The spirit, the soul, that can be resurrected.
So you said nobody in tune with the creator can make their body heal.
If it ain't dead.
I mean, what is alive?
That's a good question. Yeah, okay, you get deep there. Okay, I like this. What is alive? Is to live.
What that mean? What is it? What makes you stop living?
You can stop living. Well, I don't know, man, because in this simulation, it's hard to stop living. Something to come along and push your ass and make you get up and go to work. So
What's the purpose of living in your eyes? What is it?
well, it's to learn.
What happened after you learn? Like, is there ever a learning lesson that's where you won, where you're good, you're past? Like, what's the purpose?
I think you will become. You asked me what's on the other side, basically.
What's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose of living?
What's the purpose of living? It's you look. If I said we wanted to have an experience, if we all got, we wanted to have an experience, bro. You chose to come down here, bro.
But if I'm telling you now, I don't want to have an experience. So what does that mean?
Well, guess what, nigga? You're here. You did. You can say
Why?
whatever. You can say whatever
I'm
you
asking
want.
why. Why?
You wanted to learn something. What's your birthday?
I don't.
What's your birthday?
May 26th,
19 what?
86.
May 26, 1986. Can you do this for me, bro?
For his life path number?
Yeah. You're here for something. Well, shit, you here to teach, bro. You're here to teach the gospel. I think you might realize you might be teaching it. You could go about it a better way.
So if I'm here to teach the gospel, is the gospel true or is it false?
This is whatever you make it, bro. You already made the blood sacrifice to come down here and teach it. If that's the way, I don't think you want to go down that road forever. I think you got to upgrade your teaching. But besides that, yeah, you on your path, bro. I feel like you on your path.
So is the gospel true or is it false? I don't get it.
No,
if that's my purpose.
The gospel is just some truth in there, but it's encoded, bro. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, but is it true or is it false? The actual gospel is that Jesus Christ rose on the third day after dying for our sins so that we can all gain eternal life. That's the gospel. So is that true or is it false?
Well, it's true because it's an astrological event that happens where the sun actually dies for 3 days and it rises again. And it's the winter solstice and all this shit. It's spring. That's why we celebrate Easter today, because the equinox. It's all about the sun, bro.
No,
so that is true.
No, the true form of Easter, it doesn't start on Sunday. They make it Sunday erroneously, but it's not.
Man, Easter be whatever
Sunday an event.
Easter be whatever day it want to be. Easter be in March. Easter be in April. Like, it's all about the sun, bro.
But the sun never died. The sun doesn't.
Yeah, the sun
die.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's encoded, bro. The sun
is always there.
Nah, the sun technically dies, bro. In the wintertime, December 22nd, you can look this up. The sun technically dies.
Die in what aspect? You saying if he was up there
it dies
and looking at the sun?
It dies on this thing called the Southern Crux. It's a constellation called the Southern Crux.
And what happens to the sun? It what? It's not there?
It stops moving, bro.
0, 1, 0. It's a 10 binary.
It's a 10 binary code. You
saying
this nigga's what's the nigga?
He's the pro. Oh, he's the guy in the Matrix that
what's his name?
Program. I can't think of his name, but you're a gatekeeper.
That's
wow.
Boy.
You're the dude that gives information. Wow.
My bad, bro. Keep going, bro. My bad. we figured out your life path number. You a 10. You a 1. So you a leader. You definitely a leader.
You guys are silly.
Look, you don't agree? You ain't a leader? Well, get to the back of the bus. Nah, you ain't a leader.
I'm just saying, you guys, whatever y'all just pulled up is funny.
No. So it's not what we pulled up. It's off the numerical value of your birthday with everything added up together.
It's your life path number, man.
It's your life path number.
It's a fucking simulation, bro. We in a simulation, bro.
It could be looked at that way.
there's a creator and all this stuff, but there's a lot of manipulation going on too, which you know.
So who do you believe as what history do you believe is factual, or do you believe all of it is corrupted?
I believe my history started when I was born. And everybody was already here. White people was already here. It wasn't no Yakub with the big head. He didn't have to make white people up. Old people was already here. Young people was already. When my simulation started, it's just like starting GTA. This motherfucker was already. My bad. I ain't mean to curse. This thing was already rolling and going and good. That's and I think a lot of history is farce. It's to get us to go with a certain agenda.
So where did it start?
Where did all this deception start?
No, the history of humans. Where did it start?
It starts in. Let me pull it up. Can you see this screen, bro?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. What is it? Written history? The start of written?
No, I mean the start of humanity.
This is the best we can go off of, bro. I got a video called Her Story that tells a story about before history. You know what I'm saying? We could go into that, but this is how history starts, man. The written history has a timeline. It got a start date. And all this is before your Bible too. But people was writing down stuff and sharing ideals and talking about God. They was doing all that stuff way before your Bible even.
I mean, that's like logical. Jesus quotes stuff that was written before the Bible. So I don't see why you say that as if a Christian don't know that there's stuff written before the Bible that they're illogical. The Bible wasn't written until a few centuries ago.
Come on, brother. You know, as Christians out here that think the Bible is the first book, the only book.
Then they need to learn how to read.
They think the Bible is super old, bro.
They didn't do their due diligence.
I know that.
So
I know that.
So you look at that. The oldest you got there is 3500 BCE, which is
6,000 years ago, right? Something like that.
5500. So again,
6,000.
So when I forget what video, but one of y'all asked me about is there a timeline in the Bible, and I said yeah. If you go from the start of Adam, that's what I told you. When I added up all the timelines in genealogy, it goes back to about 6,600 years if you go by the Bible's timeline.
So about the same timeline, right?
Right.
Okay.
Is that a coincidence?
You tell me. You tell me what you think. Because I'm like, these same people wrote this. This is the same stuff has been passed down, man. Look, and why they don't want to write? Why they don't want to write about nothing before that time? That's because something else was going on.
Nobody was there.
There was no rulership. There was
nobody there. There was always somebody ruling. From the get-go, people always trying to get over on somebody. That's always the case.
That's how you think about people.
You think people are inherently good?
Oh! I just growled. My bad. Let me count. My bad, bro. I just growled, bro. He just said, "Are people inherently good, bro?" I had the video up. It's gone now. Yes, people are, bro. What are you talking about? Yes, babies ain't born good, bro. A white kid and a black kid just ain't gonna naturally play together. Why when they 20 years later they can't be friends? Because you talk.
Why?
You are taught hate.
No.
Taught division.
No.
You taught separatism.
No, I think it's your desires. So let's look at this.
No, it's not.
You got two people born, a boy and a girl when they're younger. They're innocent. No hormones and stuff is involved. They're innocent. Once they pass puberty, their thoughts start to change because they're things happen and they're guided by certain feelings. If the girl just want to stay to herself and she's well developed, and it's just them two on the island, but the guy got different feelings, what do you think is going to happen over time? He's just going to respect her wishes? There's nobody there but them two.
Yeah, I think so.
You think
Because he don't know what sex is. He don't know what porn is. He's not over here in America getting fucking ramsacked by
Right,
Disney.
you're right. So
Disney trying to get you to have sex.
all right, so the lions and the tigers, right? They don't watch TV either. How come they just take what they want? Where does that come from? People
No,
call it.
she's in the heat. What are you saying? There's rape in the animal? Is that's your argument?
No, what I'm saying is that they're driven by how they feel, like their natural urges. It's
See,
natural.
the difference between man and animal is there's only one species that looks up to the heavens. From
And what I'm saying is, so you saying those two people on the island is no witnesses, no cops, no nothing.
The reason why
they just gonna respect her wishes.
The reason why they look up to the heavens is because they have consciousness. They know that's from where they came from. So people with conscience, yeah, he's not gonna do that if he's not bombarded with fucking MTV and all this bullshit trying to get you to have sex way too young.
So why in the beginning of civilization you had people enslaving other people? Who wasn't on TV back then?
What we going to 3500 BCE? Because what do you mean by the beginning of civilization? You don't know the beginning of civilization.
Stop. Written. We're talking. Was written down.
Well, it was written down. Something happened so that these people could start writing shit down. Let's come on. Let's think though.
Yeah, somebody had their property stolen. They said, "Let me keep track of this."
Look at people are just bad in this guy. I think that's where our arguments always end up to is you just see the bad in the world, man. You got to get out of Philly, bro.
It's called reality. I'm out of Philly. I'm not in Philly. I'm in the suburbs of North Seattle.
You in Seattle?
I'm north of Seattle, but yeah, I'm in the suburbs. I'm nowhere near Philly at this point. I left a few years ago.
Seattle even worse.
I said north. I'm way north of Seattle. I'm way outside of there.
You knew that was coming. You thought you was gonna run to Seattle.
No, Seattle ain't just as bad as Philly, but they got a lot of drug problems there. Yeah. But I'm way north of there. I'm way up in the suburbs. There ain't no I'm in a nice neighborhood.
Okay, all right. So what's going on with our people in the city?
It's simple.
It's simple. Go ahead.
In Philadelphia, people they want to do what they desire. They're like Jay-Z. Do what exactly. Aleister Crowley. That's how they live.
Okay.
And then the cops, they was told to step down. They're not enforcing certain laws, so people was, all right, I can get away with it. Cool.
Maybe people ain't meant to live so close together. How about that?
No, it's just people. It's selfish.
No,
unless you're. Why would you not?
Why is it scarcity? Why is it scarcity? Why do they have a scarcity mindset?
Because it's all about me. That's how people live. It's all about me. If there's no consequences to your actions, you're not going to stop doing it.
Nah, man. I think the trap was already laid. You ain't looking at the trap already being laid.
So let me get this straight. You're trying to tell me, let's just imagine you was a multimillionaire and you're surrounded by people, everybody is living comfortable, and your spouse said, she felt comfortable having some handmaids and she don't mind you having relations with her because she's too old. You're trying to tell me you're going to say no?
My wife don't know I'm polygamous, so I don't think my wife would mind. But I see where you're going. I think
what I'm saying is you wouldn't be concerned how it affects other people what you're doing.
When it comes to you talk about in my bedroom,
yeah,
my bedroom shouldn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I don't get into who people sleeping with and all that stuff. That ain't really a conversation I be having.
No, I'm saying I'm saying secondary effects, like
of me cheating.
Yeah,
you might got to use somebody else, man. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
No, I'm saying like back in the olden days, you had people who used to look up to the king and queen as the moral example.
Man, the king had 300 concubines. What are you talking about? The moral example.
I didn't say whether it was morally correct or wrong. What I'm saying is they looked at how the king and queen dealt with each other. So
Okay.
if the queen wasn't allowed to talk back, the man of the household, the common folks made sure their wives didn't talk back.
Okay.
Once the queen was able to start getting crazy, getting out of pocket, the regular women start getting out of pocket.
Okay. Which queen can you name the queen that you? Is this a Pacific queen that you got?
I mean, you got the story in the book of Esther that that happened. King Xerxes, his
Okay.
wife, she got kicked out, for the same thing. But my point, like my thing is that happened. That used to happen in kingdoms in general. Like that was the example. They was the rich folks. They were the people. You look at King Solomon. People, you look at King Solomon as a good example, like the Muslims, because he had what 300 wives, 1,000 concubines, or something crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why look what Muhammad do. He started having multiple wives. Except he took it a step further. He started having wives. He had a wife that was 9 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And what do the Muslims always bring up?
I mean, man, look, man, powerful. That's just how it always been, man. Powerful men have hordes of women, man.
So is there a such thing as absolutely moral?
I mean, look, if the women choose, bro.
So at what age is a woman able to choose?
I don't want, bro. 18. I don't, you know what I'm saying, bro. I gotta keep it, running the channel over here, bro. PG, bro.
We're just
18.
talking about moral accountability. You said
So
civilization don't
that's
go
what I'm
back
saying,
that
man.
old.
You talk about like the 1600s and stuff like this, and the 1900s. Yeah, I know some stuff is going on, man. So, what I'm talking about is before 3500 BCE.
Maybe nothing existed before that. Maybe that's the origin.
No, it was a matriarch before then. What you see in 3500 BCE is the start of secret societies, the start of governments.
So
That's when the pyramids was built, and the pyramid represent capitalism. That's when
the pyramids represent capitalism. How? How does it represent capitalism?
The 99% is holding up the top 1%. The top 1% gets the golden crystal quartz.
What's capitalism? Let's define capitalism. You said it's capitalism. Capitalism is something totally different than what you're describing.
Yeah, no, capitalism. A group of people have more than the other.
No, capitalism is I have goods that you're willing to barter for, and
yes.
You have the ability.
Capitalism start. Your Bible tells the story, but it tells it in reverse.
What do you mean?
Genesis about Eve eating the apple. Now think about this. What the fuck is wrong with an apple or a fruit?
Yeah, it don't say what fruit it is. It just say fruit.
It just say fruit, but ain't nothing wrong with fruit. Fruit is actually healthy for you. It's good for you. It's good for the human body. Fruit. That's the real soul food. It's fruit.
No, most of the fruit, most fruit is just sugar water.
Now, what your story did was demonize fruit, and it demonized the woman at the same time.
How did it demonize fruit?
Now, when I say that the story told in reverse, it's because Adam was eating on the animals. That was the forbidden fruit. That's what you
actually Adam. Nowhere in the Bible did it say Adam. Adam was a vegetarian.
Because men wrote the Bible. They flipped the story around to make the woman evil. That's what Eve. If you look up the Mesopotamian god, his name is El. It's Eve of El. They made the woman evil, and like the man, he just stupid and he don't know what the fuck going on. Oh, it was the woman that you spit down here, Lord. Who wrote that book? It was men.
So you saying the man didn't get punished?
Did he get punished? Oh yeah, his dumb ass had to get your ass out of here too.
So how did they like?
But he didn't care because he started a cult. He started something. You gotta have you know how much lack of compassion you gotta have to kill something. Especially a large animal. It's very hard
lack of compassion
to do. Yeah, it's very hard for most people to kill a large animal. So the first men that could do that, these are special men.
And they could just been hungry.
All right, let's just say they're hungry and they lost their compassion.
You saying compassion as if fruits are not allowed when they're on the tree.
Yeah, but fruit will give off a scent. It gives off a scent that makes you want to eat it. A dead carcass give off a scent that makes you want to run away from it. It's like, no, this is wrong. That's the natural God telling you what to eat and what not to eat.
Not when there's a slab of ribs. That gives off a nice scent.
Yeah, but see, you've been conditioned over thousands. Look, go back to 3500 BCE and then think about the time. Now them ribs and got king ribs. Now, you know what I'm saying? They done evolved into city barbecue. You know what I'm saying? But think of all the salt and season that you got to put on the motherfucker. Think about the fact you got to put barbecue sauce on the motherfucker anyway to make it taste good.
Yeah, natural herbs and spices.
Yeah. To make that dead carcass taste good.
So you saying you don't eat meat?
Now I will eat meat because I'm a broke nigga, so and meat is cheap. So, but I gotta tell the story though. But I'm trying to get off of me.
So you're saying 3,500 years ago? You said who told you that the story was flipped backwards? Who told you that?
I went into deep meditation, bro. It just was thinking, bro. I be having the TV off, bro, and I just be thinking, bro. And
so you got your information the way King Wise got his information.
A lot of this should be epiphany, bro. I'm the source. I'm a source of a lot of my information.
Now, didn't you tell me that I can't use the Bible to prove the Bible, but you're using your own mind to prove something outside of something that you was never a witness to?
Hey, bro, all I'm saying is disprove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could bash my sources. This is the debate. You do whatever.
You your own,
right? But
you're saying you your own source.
For most of this stuff, I am my own source. I'm not about to be pulling up a whole lot of shit. But a lot of the stuff I done said you didn't agree with in the beginning. Before I got to telling the story about how the Bible's reversed.
Yeah, but you're just telling me your opinion.
But look,
because you sat there and thought about it.
Even Adam's name is reversed. Because look, life came through him. They had to split the womb open. The woman got a natural womb for her. Now life actually comes from her. That's what I'm saying. Another reversal. But even if you take Adam's name and put it in reverse, it's Mada. Like he's the mother, but reverse. They just reverse engineer everything that's natural God. I'm trying to teach about the natural God, brother, not that God in that book. Because that nigga, all he do is just kill people.
You saying that as if back then the story wasn't written in English back then. So I don't know why you're using English examples. It wasn't written in English, so that's
well, look, brother, the King James version is the closest translation my black ass is gonna get. And so you go ahead and break it down in Hebrew then.
No, I'm showing you your faulty logic. You that's not how it's written in Hebrew.
How was what can you point
out? His name is Adam. Like it's not Adam as it is written in English.
It's what is what?
Is what? Look it up. You can pull up the concordance.
Okay, I look it up. What is it?
Type in blue letter concordance. Genesis. I mean, you can type it. I'll pull it up.
You just say the name again.
Because I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. It's like Adam. I don't speak Hebrew.
But what if you reverse that?
They don't have like ADAM the way we have it in English.
Okay, but look, in Kemet, all you need is the K and the M and the T. All them vowels could be interchanged, bro. That's why I'm about to start learning different languages because I'm starting to see it's mostly the consonants that you need to learn and know. Yeah, and the etymology and shit. We can break these words too.
Let's bring it down to humans. What is the morals? Where do we get our morals from?
Well, you get your morals from God. You are a piece of God. You're a part of God. So you already got good morals. You come down here, then you get put in these institutions. And these institutions are designed to strip every piece of God the fuck out of you. Your kids is getting God stripped of it. They smart already.
No, I'm asking you, so is
they want to get all the common sense about you. Put you in church, boom. Look, this state talk, boom. Common sense should tell you that ain't right. They want to get you in school. Get all the common sense about you. Because common sense is God. And you not realizing some of this common sense shit I'm saying, I don't know who you working for.
No, what I'm asking is, so is morals, is it absolute? Like what?
Okay, I got you. Let me then I'm gonna let you go. Morals is one rule, right? It ain't how many the Hebrews got 600 and something.
It's over 600.
Oh yeah, over 600. Yeah,
over 600.
I got.
And they got 72 names of God.
The natural guy got one rule: is the golden rule: do unto others in the planet as you would have done to you. Man, Adam. The symbolism is Adam. He broke that golden rule.
How?
When he fucked with the animals, when he started biting on the animals and killing the animals.
Where's that written at?
Well, you could tell just by.
Nowhere in the Bible does it say Adam ate the animals. So,
well, this is occult information, brother. But I'm giving it to you. But because I got something else I want to talk to you about. This ain't even really the big thing I want to talk about.
I want to know what morals are.
I just told you the one rule, bro. The golden rule: do unto others in the planet as you would have done unto you.
Do you follow that golden rule?
Yes.
So you say you polygamous? Is it? Does that mean it works in reverse or no?
They don't want. They don't want nobody else.
That wasn't the question.
What?
So does that work in reverse for you?
Nah, it don't work in reverse for me. But that's me.
Why not?
That's me.
So is that not the golden? So is that against the golden rule or for the golden rule?
Do unto others. If that's what they want, you can kindly. I'm not holding nobody against their will, bro. I'm not. This ain't the Mormon church.
No, I wasn't asking that. I'm asking.
I'm not doing nobody dirty. Trust me. That's what I'm saying. Nothing morally wrong. I'm actually being honest. I'm better than a lot of dudes because a lot of dudes just gonna lie to you and cheat on you. I give a motherfucker an option up front. You want to stay or not? There's nothing morally wrong with that in my eyes. That's what I'm saying. Now, if I was R. Kelly, they said I hog tied some bitches. I don't know how to hog tie people. Now, if I was doing that, then yeah, okay. But nah, I'm not holding nobody against their will, bro.
Well, I don't want to make this a personalized debate, but that's a different subject. I'm just talking on morality. Yes. So that's the only rule there is. Do unto others as you want them to do to you. Because some people
bro, you done had 10 minutes to think. You didn't think of no other. You couldn't think of no other rebuttal to the rule. Yes, that one rule covers everything, brother.
Well, I'm trying to make it personal, but no, there's plenty of things wrong with it. If that's the only rule.
If that's the way you got to debate, bro. If you a dirty debater like that, go ahead, make it personal, bro.
No, it's not dirty. It's more like I try to make it relevant. You got people who's okay with aborting their kids because it's inconvenient. Like that's how they think. They're cool with that. You got some people who think some people need to be killed off because they're they weren't born properly, and they cool with that happening in their own family. Like Hitler. Hitler followed Darwinism, in which the bad genes need to be killed off so that the better for humanity can survive.
Can you give a better example than Hitler, bro? Hitler was.
I can go right to America with the what was it? Now I'm drawing a blank, but
because you know
Project Mockingbird.
People.
They brought the scientists over here.
War is funded by both. I mean, people fund both sides of the war, man. The people at the top, like I said, that pyramid, the top 1%, they fund both sides of the war. So you bringing up these puppets, you know what I'm saying? Like Trump is a fucking puppet, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's obvious.
Joe Biden is too.
So what I'm saying is, you got people who is for. I give an example right in California. You got people who are like that's for the LGBT2 elemental community. They're teaching now that the pedophiles are not pedophiles because they identify as a child. So that them being attracted to a child is natural and there's nothing wrong with it. This is how they want to be treated. Do you agree with their morals?
No, bro. We got devils in this world, bro, and me and you need to go fucking fight these people. Yes, no.
But that's how they want to be treated.
Who
is it not true for them?
Who on it? Can you give up the trick question one more time, bro? My bad.
The pedophiles want to be treated by the way you identify is what's acceptable. Do you agree with that? that you should treat them that way.
The pedos want to be identified as
Children.
what? They want to be I want to be identified as a microwave. Like, this shit is stupid, bro.
That's their morals, though. That's how they want to be treated. So for them, doing one to others as they want to be treated. So they treat other people by however you identify as acceptable. And they do that. Why? Because they want to be able to identify as a child.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's the golden rule.
You're reversing it, though.
That's the golden rule. From their standpoint, they're treating other people the way they want to be treated. So you got men who identify as women, and they treat them that way because they want to be able to identify as a child. Do you agree?
This nigga's off the chain, bro. Okay, man.
This is happening right now in
one more
California.
time, man, because this is you going so far, you reaching so hard to make this make sense.
No, you know why I'm not.
One more
This is
time,
happening
bro.
in California,
I'm
literally
not that high.
and literally in California right now.
Okay,
You have a pedophile, groups of pedophiles. They treat trans people.
You say pedos.
All right, pedos. They treat the trans community the way they want to be identified. So a trans want to be identified as the other gender. They treat them the way they want to be treated. Why? Because they identify as children. So they want to be treated the same way. Whichever way they identify, that's how they treat people. Because that's how they themselves want to be treated. You get it?
So are you saying that people are being molested because of this? Is that what you're trying to get to?
Well, what I'm saying is, so the pedos, for them, they identify as children. And they also got advocates, and they're trying to get laws passed that it's nothing wrong with it because they naturally identify as a child. So it's nothing wrong. This is happening in California.
Bro.
They're trying to get laws passed in California right now for this.
Can you give me can you get to the crux of what you really trying to say, bro? Because
it's a whole lot
of word salad, bro. It's like you saying a whole bunch of stuff to say nothing.
Is it moral that they identify as a child because they treat other people the same way? However you identify, it's okay.
Is it moral that they treat other people as a child because they want to be treated as a child?
Right. They do as to others the way they want to be treated.
So they treat. So they just they walking up saying "gaga goo goo." They treating other people like like. How do you treat a person like? How do you treat a person like a child, bro?
So you know how you got the woke community saying, this is how I identify, genderless or no gender or this gender.
Yeah.
Like you got people who identify whichever way. So that's how they treat their other people. Is that moral?
That's how they treat their other people. Is that moral?
You got people who treat people like the community is the LGBT community. They treat people however they want to be identified. There's a whole movement about this. You familiar with this? There's a whole community of people where however people identify, that's how they treat them. Do you agree with that?
Are you understanding this, bro? Can you help me out, bro, please?
I am just a mediator.
He's trying to tie in me saying, do unto others in the planet as you would do unto others.
I mean, so evil people. So the trans community.
So evil people. You say evil people are taking advantage of people. Is that what you're trying to say?
Of course.
Okay. We need to stop these people.
But I'm saying they're doing to others the way that's how they want to be treated also. They like it.
But they're evil.
But again, they following the golden rule.
You're using semantics, bro. You're trying to use the word they're doing evil shit to people. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. So what makes it evil?
How you know they want to be treated like that? How you know they want to be treated evilly?
Have you met the trans community?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why? I work around them. I work, and you never interacted with you ever out here. There's a lot of Starbucks out here. There's a lot of Starbucks. A lot of them work there,
bro. And if I do, they're usually cool and they keep it pushing and they're minding their own goddamn business and they're getting their own Starbucks. They're not thinking about me, and I'm not thinking about them.
Didn't you see that? Did you see that video where the guy was ready to beat the guy up because he said it's ma'am?
Okay,
It's ma'am. You seen
one
that one?
one video on Facebook.
No, what I'm saying is those things happen out here in real life. Like that for that was on video.
I'm
These people
saying,
have a different way of thinking.
right, man.
And if you cross them, you're going to interact with them.
Okay, let's do this. Trans community. Let's see how much of the population do they actually make up? Because you are making a big thing about this.
They're a minority, just like like black people.
Let's see how much of a minority they are, because we got a percentage in a fucking.
My point was there has to be more to this more morality than just treat others the way you want to be treated.
Okay. Well, what more? Give me more then.
I'm asking you, what's the morals?
I gave it to you. This the one rule. That was good enough. You went through 20 minutes trying to.
I showed you how
that was shaky.
No, it's shaky.
No, that was just evil people doing evil stuff. That don't mean the evil people want the evil stuff done back on them. No, they're inflicting their own.
So what if they don't think
they're inflicting probably past dramas onto somebody else? That's
what if they don't think it's evil? What if they don't think it's evil?
They might not, bro. Well, you gotta tell them. You gotta teach them.
So what you're saying is if they don't think it's evil,
if they're dumb, if they're ignorant.
If they don't think it's evil and they're following the golden rule, what happened? Like, how do you explain that?
Bro, you ain't even talking about the circumstances that lead into them being trans, being pedo, like they get molested. Like, what are you're jumping a whole lot of stuff, bro.
During the Roman Empire, they was attracted to it.
Now you going to the Roman Empire, bro. Like, all right, man.
The golden rule, you said the golden rule always existed, right?
Yes, forever.
Forever.
The oldest rule. That's why it's the golden rule. That's why it's gold.
No, so you're saying in no way, so there's nothing wrong with the golden rule, no matter how people follow it, or it only works under certain circumstances.
I mean, man, if you want to use semantics, man.
I'm asking you in reality. We live in a world where it's.
I will gracefully bow out and say that you won this round. Okay, if that's what you want, bro.
Well, let's move to a different one.
Okay, yeah, because we gonna dance in circles all day with that, bro. It's the golden rule, bro. I can't. You wanted me to pull another rule out? I can't. Is that one? Is it? And then you're born with that. That's just compassion. You just people know that. So, man, I made this video, right, and I was talking about what was his name? Alcimos Jones. Have you ever heard of him?
I heard of Osmosis Jones. You talking about the fish?
Nah.
I mean that show, like
nah, it's the old brother back in Philadelphia who started the AME Church, and Richard Allen.
Richard Allen Projects.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not familiar.
All right. Well, Richard Allen and the brother Jones. I can't think of his first name. I don't know. I probably could type it out though. Alcimos Jones or something like that. Asylum Jones and Richard Allen. But they really started the African church. And, you know, he met this Richard Allen. He met this dude in the woods from the Methodist Church.
Mm-hmm.
And they was trying to bring Christianity over here to, you know, the Aboriginal people and the Indians, and you know what I'm saying, what they was calling the natives and savages and stuff like that. But so yeah, he ran into Richard Allen in the woods, and I'm like, man, that sounds like the Celtics. That's what the Celtics used to do, you know, Celtics priests.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I got to going down this rabbit hole, man, and I found out that the Holy Bible might have been the first one written from. I mean, because you need think about this, bro. You got to take a tree and cut a tree down to make a book. And I'm up here fighting for the natural God, bro, on this side of the channel.
Oh,
and
I'm saying Jones. I pulled it up who you was talking about.
Okay. And I'm saying, man, cutting down a tree to make a book, to make an indoctrination tool, that is wrong in itself. How you feel? Cutting down a tree to make an indoctrination tool is evil. You cutting down what the natural God make to.
It's evil.
Yeah, to push your ideologies.
You told me it's only one morality that was given.
Do unto others that you would want to done yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I would. I'm pretty sure who this evil motherfucker, he didn't want no indoctrination on him. He was trying to push his indoctrination on the other people. You keep on trying to twist this around. You
so
keep on rolling.
If Richard Allen wanted people to spread the truth to him, if he was unaware, I'm pretty sure he would want them to do it by whatever means necessary that he used.
I'm really getting on this book, man, a holy book made from the holly tree, and in which the holly trees
can be regrown. Like I don't.
A holly tree is what makes Hollywood, and Hollywood is what makes the magic wands. That's true. And I'm saying that this holly book has actually cast a spell, the gospel, using the holly book from the holly tree and the Hollywood, and they're using Hollywood to this day. Nigga!
Is that how you form your your thoughts?
Fire!
None of that comes from like everything you just said was in English. Like it doesn't work that way if you like gospel is like I don't get it. It literally means good news.
So you just gonna skip past the holly book, the Hollywood, and the holly tree.
But the book existed before any of that. And the book existed before any of that stuff. That
magic has existed forever too, bro.
Yeah,
but somebody wanted to do a whole lot of colonization of natural people, and I believe that they put us under a freaking spell.
And the spell is
ain't no way I'll be out here talking this stuff, and all these people just looking at me crazy, like they don't know nothing I'm talking about. And like I tell people, did you know the Earth is spinning at 1,037 miles per hour, and we never feel it?
But I thought you said so. Do the sun move or do it not move?
Yeah, the sun moves.
Does the Earth move or do it not move?
The Earth do not move.
But the sun moves. The
sun and the moon moves. And the stars and the planets. All that stuff moves. Everything's working around you. Everything's revolving around you. There's an intelligence to this place. If you look at it, it's really like a fine clock, a fine watch, a finely tuned watch. This place is finely tuned for life. People in this motherfucker suck, but this world is actually perfect.
All right, so this creator that made this perfect world, he allows this stuff to happen. That's this chaos to happen. Why?
No, it's that other nigga. He's here too. That nigga that they talk about the devil. Who's
more powerful?
There's negativity here too. It's the same.
Is one stronger than the other?
It's the same source. You can't have one without the other. That's why God never kills the devil.
Is there one stronger than the other?
Why God never killed the devil?
I'm asking you, is it one?
You would answer your own question though.
Who will?
When? Never. Yeah. Because he need that nigga. Just like the devil need him. Just like we need women. Just like the masculine need the feminine. Just like black need white. Just like blue need red.
I disagree with everything you said.
Okay, give me your argument.
Well, it's simple. First of all, the devil has a court date.
When is it?
It's not on your timeline.
What is it on yours? Can you give us the date? The suspense is killing me, brother.
You're gonna die anyway, so
breaking news.
What I'm saying, so it's just like a murder going on trial. They on trial for 5 years. If you die before that trial ends, it's not that they moving too slow. It's just not.
I'm saying
stuff doesn't revolve around you.
That's what I'm saying, brother. I'm saying at some point, bro, you're gonna need some intellectual property. And a book ain't gonna get it. You're gonna have to go somewhere else. You're gonna have to go to the motherfucking river. I don't know, niggas. You know what I'm saying?
So you just gonna get it from divine intervention just because you sat there and thought about it?
That's where the people who write books, them niggas, they go, that's what they do. And the niggas who read books, they just go to the library and just read books and then regurgitate the shit that the book said. But the motherfucker who write books, you got to tap into some shit. And that's what I'm trying to say.
You can't just make it up like a lot of people do.
You can make it up, but is it gonna be good? Is it gonna make sense? Is motherfuckers on Google and be like, God damn, this nigga hitting a whole lot of points.
Yeah, Harry Potter. A lot of people
tell you it's a fictional story. Wink, wink. Don't bother me none.
So where's the absolute truth at? How do you get that?
You don't know that, bro. You definitely ain't gonna get it from me. I've been trying to tell it to you for shit 4 live streams.
I'm asking you, how do you get the truth?
Go inside. Do what
Inside
Jesus did. Go within. Close both your eyes.
And do what?
And shut the fuck up. Turn all the motherfucking electricity off.
And then do what?
Sit and shut up.
And then what? I'm asking, what happens? Like,
just wait.
I mean, you got a lot of black people that do that in the hood. Yeah, I mean, especially when their power get cut off.
Nah, I'm saying go within. And even if they do, I'm pretty sure they turned their whole motherfucker. Shit, that probably hitting rock bottom sometime, and them lights going out, and you ain't got that electricity around. That's when you got to think of. That's when niggas think of some shit, boy, and that's when you start that business and shit. I'm telling you, man, God he's within you.
You said he? I thought you said it wasn't a he
or she. It don't matter. I'm kind of mad at women right now. We've been having a debate, but but yeah, he or she. It don't matter. It's the masculine and feminine. It's the good. It's good.
So how is it that people that did that all came to different conclusions? You got the Buddhists that do it, the monks that do it, the Indians that do it, the Muslims that do it, and they all got all different interpretations. Which one is the factual one?
Well, they got leaders as fucking dickheads and assholes. No, excuse me.
No, I'm saying people that said that's how they came to the truth. You got Buddhists that said that's how they got their enlightenment. You have the Mormons who said that's how they got their enlightenment. The Jehovah's Witnesses said that's how they got their enlightenment. How do we know which one is the truth?
The last two got books, but the first one, yeah, I rock with. What do you got to say about the Buddhists again?
No, I'm saying that's how they said they got their enlightenment.
Okay, yeah. Now
I'm asking you which one is the truth.
Then you did some slick shit, try to throw the Mormons in, and who else?
Because the Mormon, he got his stuff through enlightenment. That's how he got his book.
Okay,
through enlightenment.
Okay, but do the Buddhists got a book?
I don't know if the original guy got a book.
No, it's just meditation. I do believe. And listen to some frequencies and stuff and light a candle, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, so if you had 3 different groups, 2 of them wrote books and said this is what happened. They, so 2 people documented it after the fact. Which one is true?
Them niggas is hustling. Them niggas is writing books is hustling.
The Jehovah's Witnesses give away their stuff for free.
They got to be getting some money somewhere because I've seen the temple.
People give it to them.
I've seen where they pray Jehovah.
People give it to them.
Okay, all right, okay. Hustle. It's a hustle, man.
All right, so let's look at you. Let's say you was giving people how can I say it? Some wisdom that was changing their life-changing information. And these people were all wealthy and they start giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Am I gonna call you a hustler?
You can. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby.
Does that make what you say not true, or I don't get it?
I know. I mean, I ain't never looked into the Mormon faith like that, but I know you trying to do some slick stuff, but I ain't never, in the Mormon faith, it could be. I mean, I ain't never looked at it. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's because I got I'm having a discussion with a Mormon now, so I'm studying that religion.
I can find stuff in the Quran. I'm like, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful verse. I can find stuff in the Bible like that. That's a beautiful verse. I rock with that. Yeah, the kingdom of God is within you. All right. I could dig
what that. I'm asking you is how do we determine which one is the truth if everybody comes to divine intervention?
Man, it's gonna take For some people, man, it's gonna take a long time. It might take to your deathbed to see what the hell is really going on, man. Some
What I'm
people,
saying,
some
which
people
person?
it ain't meant to be woke up, bro. Like the Matrix said, just don't. Some people just too old to wake up sometimes.
No, which person came to the absolute truth? Like
With,
that we can look at. Nobody.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Now it's probably been a few people, man. I mean, I'm guaranteed. I can almost guarantee it's a few people, man, and they probably.
So I'm saying, did anybody come to the absolute truth, or nobody has?
I'm saying some people at the very, very top. That yeah, I think they got the truth. I think it's people. I think for some reason I done tapped into this frequency, man. I'm teaching some shit that I know. Whoever's at the top, they know this shit too. They just teach us the bullshit. Yeah, we landed on the moon and all that. You can't land on the fucking moon.
So you're saying they came to the absolute truth and they yet don't follow the golden rule?
Well, I think they get us to do they bid a lot, and they get us to just kill ourselves.
So you saying they came to the absolute truth and then they don't have any morals?
They ain't got no. Well, they do these. They could do a sacrifice, man, because they know about karma.
I'm asking, do they have morals or do they not? The people that came to the absolute truth.
I'm saying they got a little way. I'm trying to say I don't know if they do or not. I don't think it matters. But what matters is they got a way that they can slide past karma a lot of times. Is what I'm trying to say.
So you're saying karma is ineffective on them?
They got a way that they can slide past karma a lot of times. I'm not saying every time, but a lot of times. So
karma is not as effective on them because
they are the sorcerers. They are the warlocks. They work in the magic. So yeah, they know how to manipulate the shit that, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really they don't get emotionally attached to a lot of this shit that we do. I say that.
But you're saying that they don't have morals?
I think that, yeah, with their family, I think they do got morals. But I think with your family, I think they rather you be a low life.
Is that wrong or right?
Yeah, I think it's amoral. It doesn't matter. Why? Because look, like I said, when you come into the simulation, all these people are already here. A lot of these motherfuckers could be NPCs, non-playable characters. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of shit just don't fucking matter. What they doing over there? That shit don't affect me. Don't bother me. As long as I'm.
Then what's the point? What's the point of life then? That's why I asked you. What's the point of life? What's the point? People can do whatever they want. What's the point?
I don't say people could do whatever they want.
I think you just said they slide away from karma. So what?
I think you got no. I'm just saying they don't give a fuck about other people's karma. That don't emotionally, like watching the news. Have you ever watched somebody watch the news and start crying?
Right.
Over a fake news story.
Yeah, I mean, I see people cry over a movie.
I was in high school and watched people cry over a fucking hoax.
I mean, people cry at watching a movie. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, people get emotionally tied to a lot of shit that they see on TV. I'm saying these people, they know it's bullshit, so they're not emotionally attached. That's how I operate too. I'm not emotionally attached to anything that goes on in the news.
So people that is able to get away with murdering and killing people and get away with it, what's the punishment for these people? What happens?
Why are they murdering people and killing people?
Why not? If they can get away with it, why not?
Most people are in jail for non-violent crimes. You know that, right?
Yeah, but what does that got to do with what I'm saying? You got rich people who can get away with crime, like Hillary Clinton.
You're reaching for low-hanging fruit, and you picking on a small percentage of people.
Small percentage?
Most people, if I just said and you agree with, most people are in jail for non-violent crimes.
That means most people who do violent crimes get away with it.
No. Nah. Well, my point is, man, why is it violent crimes, bro? Why are these people violent in the first place, man?
Why not?
It's the society, man. We live in America, man.
People do how they feel. People are selfish. You have to be taught. You have to be taught to not be selfish.
Okay, but over in I could pick like any country in Europe, the murder rate is way down. Like the
I was just
crime is
watching.
way
I was
down.
just watching
Why
right there.
over here in America, why are we so violent?
You know why?
And the military so violent?
It's simple. He who has access to better resources get to do and get to exercise how they feel.
Capitalism.
Most people don't have 5 or 6 girlfriends because they can't get one girlfriend. So when you have access to resources, you can do more. You can do more of what you actually feel and how you think. There's plenty of poor people right now. If I was to give them half my bank account, they're going to go party and buy some drinks and drugs and sleep with some women. Very few people is going to take that and invest it and try to help out the poor people, the other poor people.
Well, what if they had the information? If they wasn't ignorant to the fact?
They still would do how they feel. Man, F them people. Because that's how they think.
All right, Reverend.
So you saying people, if you give them knowledge, they're going to make them make a smart decision?
It'll help. It'll help. It'll go a long way.
We got you just so you saying if you was to go to the homeless people and say, dude, how much would it cost to feed all these people? And let's say he get, just for the day, just for this meal, and he tell you $1,000. You trying to tell me we get that homeless guy $1,000, he's going to feed the rest of the homeless people, or is he going to walk off with that money?
See, man, that's what I'm saying. Okay, you want to play this game, man? I guess, man.
This is the real world. We can go.
Right,
so
but yeah, are people doing fucked up shit today? Yes, I understand that, bro.
You got police officers, nurses, all women that quitting their jobs to do OnlyFans. Why? They got good paying jobs. Why?
Because it's easier. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna do the easiest thing.
That's my point. Even though it's worse, it's easier. It's easier to do what's wrong. You think I'm gonna stay with my wife if I can just go sleep with 10 other women and have no consequences?
Right, but you the one who took them vows, and you made a contract that you said you was gonna stay faithful, brother. So
my point is, it's much
set your contract up like that. You can't.
It's much easier to be a liar. It's much easier to be a liar and a hypocrite.
Nah, I think it's
way easier.
It's hard to tell the truth. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I've been telling the truth. This shit been kicking my
ass. Exactly, much easier to lie.
Yeah, but people are conditioned that when you tell them the truth, I've been learning they fight it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. People. So you wonder. This is why Jesus died. People fight the truth. That's what it boils down to. Nobody wants to hear that.
Hey,
that's the world we live in. That's the reality. People fight the truth. They hate the truth. That's why the world is the way it is.
Nah, the world is the way it is, man. I think these people is under spell, man. I think these people.
The spell is they desire to be. You just said it. They hate the truth. They fight the truth. They don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah,
you ever see somebody that's fat and they want to tell you how instead of even they get to the point where they say it's nothing wrong with being fat, it's healthy.
Okay, but that's conditioning though. That's social programming though. That's all I'm saying.
Ain't nothing in their own personal life will make them believe that though.
The way they raised up.
My buddy a few years younger than me. My buddy a few years younger than me just had a heart attack because he gained a bunch of weight. This dude was a track star when we were younger. He wasn't raised that way. He made choices. People are lazy. Again, it's much easier to do the wrong thing. Why would I want to eat healthy when I could just eat these slabs of ribs? Wash it down with some ice cream. And then get drunk, pop a couple pills.
Nah, I mean, I agree with this shit. But this shit ain't got nothing to do with what I was talking about.
It has to do with the fact that people are inherently not choosing to do the moral thing. It's the
No,
worst.
no,
It's the
you are
worst
talking
path.
about because if you look at kids, bro, kids are not inherently bad, bro. So that just proves your story wrong.
All right. At what age category?
After going through all the indoctrination, I don't know. Some kids learn way quicker than others. But shit.
No, hold on. At what age would you say that the kids are still moral?
Shit. 1, 2, 3.
Well, they don't even know any better. At what point are they able to make a choice? Do you say that they're still innocent?
I'm saying they don't know no racism. I done seen white kids and black kids hug. I ain't thinking about racism. But it's after indoctrination, bro, that they learn about hate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing that. I'm saying, do you think all kids would not steal if they had the opportunity?
Yeah, if there was abundance, no, it would be no reason to steal.
Why is it relevant how much there is? Stealing is wrong regardless of how much somebody has.
The only reason there is a thing called stealing is because the lack of abundance.
No, that's not true at all. I'll give you an example.
If there was enough food to eat for everybody, too much.
Is.
You know what abundance is, right? That means it's too much.
A surplus.
A surplus. Then why would you steal it? It's not stealing. You just take it.
Why? I give you a perfect example. Why do people sleep with the neighbor's wife when they got their own wife? Because they want what somebody else got. It's called covet.
Your analogies is wild, son.
Dude, people are attracted to stuff that don't belong to them. It's lust. People.
No.
Greedy. What's greed? Tell me what's greed.
No.
What's greed?
Men like variety when it comes to women.
What's greed?
That ain't got nothing to do with stealing a
all right, so take women out. What's greed?
What's greed? You know what greed is?
What is greed?
You know what greed is? Wanting too much.
Greed is you have enough and you still want more.
Right.
That's why people will steal, even if it is an abundance.
Brother, in a capitalist society, there's gonna be haves and haves not, man. That's just how it is. You realize
in a society with an abundance and people got the choice of free will, people is going to be greedy and want to hoard. They're going to want stuff that don't like they don't even. I mean, this is why we have hoarders. You got people that want stuff they don't even need. So people are not here to get their needs met. It's all about their desires.
My brother, you offended me, man. You saying that my creator didn't make enough for everybody. That's what you said.
No, I said even if people have their needs met, they still going to want more. You ever see a woman go shopping?
You bringing women up into it again, bro. I can't do this. I can't.
No, what I'm saying is you never seen people be
men and women ain't the same though, bro. So a woman shopping ain't the same as a man shopping. So you could get that example, but now you talk about two different, especially when it comes to money and spending. So
all right, people get greedy in general in life.
Okay.
People move into the big house. They got the big house, fancy cars. Some people want more. It's not enough. It's not enough.
That's a capitalist society, bro.
So you saying it's the environment fault, not the person fault for making these choices?
No, man.
People are too dumb to think for themselves.
People are incentivized to make money. That's how capitalists work.
So people are not smart enough. Nobody's smart enough to not be greedy.
I mean, yeah, there's communist countries. You can move there.
I would never move there.
Okay, all right, bro. We've been on for an hour and a half. Bro. We good, man. We good. It was a good session.
All right,
bro. Peace, man. Happy Easter, bro.
Peace. All right.
Happy Easter, y'all.
All right, take care.
Yeah.